he started to change.
Yo, get off!
He was lashing out in public,
I'll kill you, nigga.
assaulting people, and starting to confirm people's
Bieber got me, man! That nigga broke my leg!
of him being
Like,
a
yeah, whatever,
snobby,
asshole.
rich
That nigga,
brat.
get the fuck. He stuffed that nigga in the damn car!
Be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're exploring the history between Sean Diddy Combs and Justin Bieber.
I just think there's so many issues in society and things that I'm eventually going to want to just speak about.
Part 1, The Lost 48 Hours. Diddy, or Puff Daddy, was already an established performer and music mogul by the time Justin Bieber was born on March 1st, 1994. That same year, Diddy welcomed another young protege to Puffy Flavor Camp. Usher was a young teenager when he went to live with Diddy in New York for a year.
And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Diddy executive produced Usher's debut studio album and introduced the rising star to his excessive lifestyle. Reflecting on Diddy's, quote, wild parties in 2016, Usher said he'd never send his children to Flavor Camp.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
That didn't stop one of Usher's proteges from working and partying alongside Puffy. After Scooter Braun discovered Justin Bieber on YouTube, the 13-year-old singer met Usher. Braun and Usher founded RBMG Records, delivering a launching pad for Bieber's career.
Yeah, and we ended up signing a deal with Usher a couple months later.
Although Usher provided a common link, Bieber directly contacted Diddy through Twitter on October 15, 2009, asking,
See, that's that BS right there. Their parents be the ones marketing their kids to these superstars. The same way Beyonce found Chloe Bailey and her sister on YouTube. They was young and they was singing and everything. It's a bunch of young kids that get online and be singing and stuff. But it be their parents that be marketing them to celebrities and superstars. So they had Bieber talking about, do you want the song I produced and sing on your album as we proceed to give you what you need? Girls, what do you think? Man, that was his mom's or his dad or somebody all on his account marketing their son to Diddy. Done already got in touch with Usher, but that ain't good enough. They trying to get to the man or the man to the man or the man. And before you know it, Bieber is at Diddy's house.
asking if he'd collaborate on a song. Diddy quickly responded, quote, send me the song. I'll check it out. Thanks. Bieber soon found himself at Diddy's house with a few others. Although they didn't record a song, the two shot a video where Diddy promised Bieber a Lamborghini for his upcoming 16th birthday and a mansion for his 18th.
When you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay.
Addressing the camera, Diddy said Bieber would be with him for 48 hours. This video saw a resurgence in 2024 as Diddy faced charges of abuse and sex trafficking. These accusations left people viewing the video in a much different light, prompting them to question what happened over those 48 hours.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose.
While there isn't a detailed record, the fan wiki Bieberpedia has potentially connected a few dots. The video was posted to Bieber's YouTube channel on November 9th, 2009.
Somebody got to him before Diddy got to him. It's all types of weird vibes with Bieber. Something about him, especially when he was younger like that, he magnetized these rappers. Somebody got to him before Diddy. Somebody got to him before Usher. Somebody got to him before he became famous. He was groomed for this, man. So by the time he got around to Diddy, he already knew how to act. And they could sense that about him. Like, hey, this kid, he ready to go. Like, you ain't even got to try to break him into the industry. Now, I'm not saying they was, I don't know what they was doing with Bieber, but they was doing something they ain't had no business doing with him before he got to Usher and before he got to Diddy.
Where'd you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go.
According to Bieberpedia, though, the video was shot.
Y'all see that? He went whatever. Whatever you trying to do, whatever it is you like what you want to eat, whatever it is you like. He was willing to do anything that Diddy wanted him to do.
The video was posted to Bieber's YouTube channel on November 9th, 2009.
Where'd you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go.
According to Bieberpedia, though, the video was shot on October 31st. That same day, Bieber recorded a bit for 97.1 AMP radio and modeled for the clothing company Levi's. By nightfall, Bieber was trick-or-treating with his friends. Diddy notably isn't present in any of these photos. On November 1st, Bieber tweeted that he couldn't travel to Vancouver for a show as planned because of an illness. If Bieberpedia is accurate, it's possible that Diddy wasn't actually with Bieber for 48 straight hours and that video was more of a publicity stunt.
Man after my heart, that's what I'm talking about, kid.
Another video posted to Diddy's YouTube page on December 15, 2010, also garnered concern amid his recent arrest. When Diddy asked why they hadn't hung out for a while, Bieber gave him a fake 555 number.
It's 555?
Yes. Okay.
5555.
Okay. 55. You heard that?
Knowing what we know now, some have interpreted this as Bieber trying to distance himself from Diddy. This seems unlikely for 3 reasons. One, if that
How you going to distance yourself from somebody and he's standing right there? I mean, how did they end up in the same room? Now they're exaggerating a lot of this stuff. They're making it seem like, well, I don't know. Diddy could be the monster they saying he is, but come on. You're going to distance yourself from somebody and give them a 555 number like Diddy don't know that's... Oh, man, this is some bullshit, yo.
that was the case, Bieber probably wouldn't have shot the video or accepted Diddy's dirty money swag.
There you go.
That is
Justin
that is
Bieber.
swag.
Is it your swag?
2, Bieber obviously wasn't going to give his real number in a public video. And 3, Diddy and Bieber were seen together several times throughout the following years. Most notably, Jimmy Kimmel interviewed them in 2011, where Diddy said Bieber, quote, knows better than to share what they do together.
He knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff.
Part 2, Stuck With You.
What the hell? He knows better. You don't talk about that. You let people know what me and you got going on, it's going to be a problem. So, shh. We don't talk about that. What the hell they got going on, man?
Better than to share what they do together.
He knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff.
Part 2, Stuck With You. Bieber started to gain a bad boy reputation after being arrested in January 2014. Pulled over for suspicions of drunk driving, Bieber was also accused of drag race, driving with an expired license, and resisting arrest.
All right. Drag race. Can you imagine him drag racing? The police pull him over. He got a face full of makeup, a wig on. Like, I was only going 55. Like, that's not the point. You're a drag racing.
The first case this afternoon is Justin Bieber.
Diddy defended Bieber, saying he would ensure the young artist made more responsible decisions.
I don't think that he should be judged like he's not a human being.
This wasn't reflected behind the scenes. A month after his arrest, Bieber was seen at one of Diddy's parties in Atlanta.
With them cones.
Rick Ross.
He was posted up with them cones. They all thugged out. You even got Mano in the picture. Stally in the picture. Rick Ross, the boss. Got Bieber with the biggest Cuban link you ever seen in your life with some Lokes on. Hat to the back, chilling with them gangsters.
Lil Scrappy, T.I., and several others were also in attendance. Bieber was still a month away from turning 20. Although the media focused on Bieber's behavior, few questioned the nature of Diddy's parties or why so many...
That boy Bieber was tatted up, the chains on, rollie on his wrist, chilling with a bunch of black guys. It don't get no cooler than that.
Adults were partying with someone who hadn't even turned 21 yet. Bieber attended Justin Combs' 21st birthday in 2015. Then, when Bieber turned 21, he recorded a video with Diddy. Drinking tequila together, Diddy claimed that this was Bieber's, quote, first shot ever.
Justin Bieber's first shot ever. Do not believe anything.
For Bieber's 22nd birthday, Diddy presented him with a Bad Boy Letterman jacket. By early 2020, it appeared Bieber had changed his ways, expressing a desire to start a family with his wife Hailey. In an Apple Music interview, Bieber also tearfully made a vague statement about wanting to, quote, protect Billie Eilish from the industry hurdles he endured as an up-and-coming artist.
I just want to protect her, I don't want her to go through anything I went through.
Bieber didn't name any names and could have been alluding to any number of struggles. Through a modern lens, though, it's hard.
People say that about anything. People want to protect their family and friends from ex-jobs they had. Like, no, when you get up at Walmart, I'm going to tell you what to do now. You're going to have to take them 3-hour bathroom breaks because they ain't going to pay you what you deserve, man. Go in the bathroom and stay in there for 3 hours every day until the end of the month. And when you get your check, call off the next day. I'm going to protect my babies. But they making it seem like he trying to protect her from all them weirdos and them freaks and the people. Because when he was young, you ain't know if he was a little girl or a little boy. Now that he older on his Jim Carrey shit, they not trying to deal with him like that. He come around all old and scraggly. Like, man, he useless. That whole industry was doing weirdo stuff with Justin Bieber. As soon as he got old, they don't want to play with him no more. And that's the saddest part about it. He confused like, damn, they don't look at me the same. They don't treat me the same. That's like when a female get old. When they was young, they could get money anywhere. People throwing money at them. Oh, let me take you on a date. People would love to be seen with them on their arm. But when they get old and they don't look that good no more, I mean, there's always going to be takers. But not like how it was when they was young and beautiful. People going through it right now.
Hard not to think of Diddy.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry. And
A few months after the Apple interview, 2 Twitter users accused Bieber of sexual assault. Bieber denied these accusations and filed a defamation suit against the users, which he later dropped. Bieber weathered this scandal, with the media's attention.
Damn, he aged horribly, man. He turned into a man. They don't want that. They like it better when he was a girl. He a grown-ass man, too. That testosterone kicked in on his ass. Now it's game over. How he gonna get some money looking like that? What he gonna do, be a lumberjack? Hollywood ain't calling for this. He gonna have to feminize the shit. Get rid of that mustache. Put on some eyeliner. Do something. Because this ain't gonna get him a check in Hollywood.
And soon shifting to Diddy. In 2021, Diddy was recorded checking to see if Bieber was wearing a wire, albeit playfully. In 2023, Bieber was featured in the song Moments for Diddy's 5th studio album, The Love.
Like, you out there talking too much, daddy. I see you doing interviews, crying and shit. You cracking on me? Man, you ain't got it no more. You was saying, said shh. Remember I told you don't say shh? You used to be fighting over the cereal. Usher told you about that. You ain't supposed to be talking. Matter of fact, let me see if you wearing the wire or something. Matter of fact, let me get down. He probably went all in his pants and everything. Like, what you got down here, man? What's this little string? What's this little string you got down here? That's my genitals, sir. Like, I don't remember it being that. What you been smoking, man? I don't remember it being like that.
See if Bieber was wearing a wire, albeit playfully. In 2023, Bieber was featured in the song Moments for Diddy's 5th studio album, The Love Album, Off the Grid. Over a decade after Bieber reached out to Diddy on Twitter, the two had finally collaborated on a song.
I've been faking for a long time.
Boo!
The Love Album was possibly the last high point of Diddy's career. It also might have marked the end of his friendship with Bieber. Part 3. Monster. In November 2023, Diddy's ex Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit against him, alleging assault and sex trafficking. Despite settling, Diddy lost in the court of public opinion after footage of him seemingly beating Ventura was leaked. More lawsuits piled up before Diddy's arrest in September 2024.
Lawyer said in a statement that he voluntarily actually relocated to New York recently in anticipation of these charges.
After Diddy's indictment, over 100 others, some minors, would join in legal action against him. While Diddy has denied these claims and is innocent until proven guilty, the public may never view him the same way again. As such, the photos of him hanging out with Bieber have taken on a more disturbing sentiment. Given Bieber's age at the time and the crimes that allegedly took place at Diddy's parties, some have questioned if the young artist was groomed.
I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me.
Around the same time as Diddy's arrest, Bieber seemingly released a song about losing himself at a Diddy party. The song includes unsettling lyrics like, quote, "I was in it for a new Ferrari, but it cost me way more than my soul." According to researchers, though, this viral song is almost certainly AI generated.
There's still some AI artifacts in the voice that I can hear.
They found AI artifacts in the voice. Like, this is completely not real, but the fantasy of Justin Bieber losing his soul for that broke down Ferrari in Diddy's garage. It's fascinating. You know, there's a possibility that Diddy took his butt and no one knows. But we can speculate about it. I'm pretty sure Diddy did it, you know. The reason why they think Diddy did all them freaky things is because they was thinking about doing all them freaky things, man. It's countless videos with older people that wasn't Diddy making passes at Bieber and stuff. His fans, his older fans, them the real weirdos and freaks. I'm not saying Diddy wasn't a weirdo and freak. Diddy is a weirdo and a freak. I believe that Diddy freaked Justin Bieber. But it's a whole bunch of weirdos out there that if they was in Diddy's position, they probably would have did some weird things to Bieber.
As of writing, the real Bieber has remained mostly silent about his former mentor. About a month before Diddy's arrest, Justin and Hailey Bieber welcomed their first child. As Diddy dominated headlines,
Baby had a black foot. You sure that's his baby? Look at them little feet. It's about to make me cry, man. Got me thinking, and why she tickling that baby with that long ass nail? Why is she tickling her baby? Look at the little feet. That's so sweet. But I know a black person's foot when I see a black person's foot. Okay, I'm gonna get off. Look at the feet, man. So damn adorable. Teeny little feet. Oh my God, man. I don't have no kids. But seeing stuff like this, the little feet with the soft little blankie around the feet. Ladies out there, I don't have no kids. You know, but stuff like this just make me wonder, like, what would that be like? That's really, really nice. And it's not that I can't have kids. I'm pretty sure if I put in that work, I could have kids, but I ain't been putting in that work, man. YouTube is the only work I've been putting in, so yeah. But that's real cute. That is real cute.
welcomed their first child. As Diddy dominated headlines, a source said that Bieber just wanted, quote, to focus on being a great dad and husband. A source also claimed that Bieber was, quote, advised to stay as far away as possible from anything and everything.
Why he look so stank like that? He need to get back around Diddy, get some swag, slick that shit back, shade that shit off, get smooth, hit to get buff on him. He could have a career if he wasn't so damn stank. He need to clean himself up and do a rehab or whatever. I guess he decided that he was done being black. He wanted to go hiking, ski. He would have never wore them shades around Diddy. Are you okay, Playboy? You might want to take them shits off while you over here, man. Yo, look, I got some Balenciagas. I got another, take that hat off, because I don't know what truck stop you got that from. That's not real Balenciaga. You want to take that off. I got these shades for you right here. You ain't got no chains in them. Matter of fact, take my chain, put that on. Let me see, and shave that off your face, man. Because you can't be around us looking like that. He should have got back with Diddy. He got with this chick. He wanted to go golfing and all that. Done messed up his swag completely. And that's why a lot of them artists, they get around black artists and hip hop artists because it makes them cool. Unless you're going to be a rock star, that's cool too. But he on some Jim Carrey's right now, man. He going to have to switch it up.
Everything related to Diddy.
They've been absorbed in their own happiness and family, appreciating this time together.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
I'm doing all
you have
that.
the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them.
I ain't doing
If you're
all
on your
that,
phone,
man. Come
make sure
on
you
with
go
it.
into your settings and switch on notifications.
Man, I ain't doing it.
Supposedly, Bieber is, quote, completely
Try to
disgusted.
put me to work. Like I got to take time out to mind, man. They better get on out of here with all that. Yo, make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. I mean, it's right there, man. Just click the button and hit the like. But they give you a tutorial. I ain't giving you a tutorial. Y'all know where the like and the subscribe button at.
Supposedly, Bieber is, quote, completely disgusted by the
man.
accusations against Diddy and wants, quote, nothing to do with him. While Bieber is reportedly having a hard time processing his history with the fallen music mogul, quote, his happiness being a dad has outweighed his anxiety about Diddy. Much remains unclear about Bieber's time with Diddy, and many
He was keeping all them racist comments and stuff to himself. He was thinking about that money, like, sure, whatever, bro. Like, yep, we can do that too. In the back of his mind, he thinking, oh, different types of racist. Like, what's that smell? Is that like, yo, Bieber, yo, you know, I'm about to slice up some melon. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna kick back. You eat watermelon, right? Like, sure, dude, love it. I know you love. I mean, I love it. I love it. I'll eat some. Like, all right, you know, we're gonna sit down. You know, I'm a little musty and everything. Like, yeah, sure, dude. I know. I can smell. I mean, you're not musty to me. You smell like cologne. You smell pretty good. Like, come here. Like, I like that smell. Like, you like that smell, huh? You know what? You're a little freaky, little nasty motherfucker. Matter of fact, let me give you another Lambo.
Any of these questions may ultimately go unanswered. Online sleuths will surely continue to read between the lines, but for now, speculation is all we have to go on.
To a lot of us, he's like a little brother.
It seems two things are for certain, however. Diddy was once somebody that Bieber looked up to. Now, not so much. What once seemed like a 15-year-old's dream has become a nightmare for everyone involved.
It's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
What's your take on Diddy and Bieber? Let us know in the comments.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out.
Probably the last person on earth you feel bad for. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed tween made a few YouTube videos singing in 2007, got swooped up by the major record labels, and they forced his generic pop songs onto us. Then every young girl in the world became obsessed with him, making him millions of dollars and keeping his songs in rotation on the radio. He was an easy person to hate, or just completely disregard. However, in the early 2010s, he started to change. He was lashing out in public, assaulting people, and starting to confront.
Yo, ain't that what Tupac did when he was spitting at the camera? They had him reenact the Tupac moment to let people know that he was thugged out.
And keeping his songs in rotation on the radio. He was an easy person to hate, or just completely disregard. However, in the early 2010s, he started to change. He was lashing out in public, assaulting people, and starting to confirm people's suspicions of him being a snobby rich brat. And although this video is not going to...
Nigga, oh my God, he snuffed him. He left a dude leaking on the concrete and snuffed somebody else when the car was pulling off. Yo, he was really living that gangster life. Hold on.
He started to change.
Yo, get off!
He was lashing out in public, assaulting people, and starting to confirm people's...
People got me, man! That nigga broke my leg!
Got effed up by Bieber.
Suspicions
down bad
of him being
like,
a
yeah, whatever, asshole.
Rich brat.
He stuffed that nigga in the damn car!
Live.
Brat.
Whoa! He got
and
him
although
good, too. Hold on, man. I'm getting excited for this. Yo, Bieber, bring that thug shit back, man. Go to jail. That's what he need to do. Be a celly with Diddy. They come out at the same time doing the Diddy dance. Now that would be legendary. Bieber and Diddy coming out of jail at the same time and then do the album, the rap R&B, put on Chris Brown and Usher on it. Oh, it's going to be over. It's going to be over.
Suspicions of him being a snobby rich brat. And although this video is not going to be me trying to convince you that Justin Bieber is an unproblematic saint, there is another perspective to consider that might make his antics a little understandable. For example, the many times he was blatantly assaulted or harassed.
Katy Perry squeezed his booty.
His antics a little understandable. For example, the many...
She straight squeezed his ass.
Many times he was blatantly assaulted or harassed in public.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
It isn't very difficult to see how uncomfortable Justin is. James Corden is leaning in as close as he possibly...
Wow, he liked the smell of little boys. He liked the youth.
Like, smells like the fountain of youth to me. Only if I can go back in time. Like, so what do you like to do? You smell amazing.
He leaned down, he whiffing that man hair like, He dreaming of Bieber.
Like, that young man right there is a star. Like, would you like to come to the party? Would you like to come to the party?
He get to the party, it's a bunch of billionaires like,
oh, I see, that young man there is extraordinary.
Like, I would like to have him with myself for about 5 minutes, if I may.
Like, Bieber, you have to serve this man. He's the king of the world. Like, I guess I'll do it, you know, if it's for my contract, if it's in my contract. Like, drop those trousers, lad.
He'd be 90-something years old.
Like, Bieber, what did that smell? Is it hot dog water? Is it hot dog water?
He'd be a blind old geezer.
I need you to meet Sir Buffington. Like, yes, Bieber, drop those trousers.
The many times he was blatantly assaulted or harassed in public.
Can I say this? Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
He said, how old are you? Like, he ain't want to get in trouble. Like, look at he young. That's how old he is. He's a child. He ain't no grown-ass man. He got no facial hair. You can't mistake him for an adult.
You smell amazing. How old are you?
Like, it's an age range for a child.
Like, it's not like he was 4 or 5. He was 9 years old. He was getting ready to turn a whole nother cycle.
You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
It isn't very difficult to see how uncomfortable Justin is. James Corden is leaning in as close as he possibly can with his hand resting on Justin's back.
Weird.
Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right.
Rubbing Justin's face was just disrespectful, but he couldn't resist touching the boy.
He rubbed his ass back. He said, fuck that, I'm gonna get my rub back. And he got the nerve to take his hand and move it like, yeah, how you like that shit, bitch?
Like, no, you're not gonna do it to me. I don't play that shit.
Like, I don't play. See, that's why he started snuffing people. People playing with him. Shout out to Bieber. He thought about it. Like, yo, I ain't even gonna be able to sleep at night if I let this man touch my face like that. He went back. Look.
Thank you so much. Look at him. Look at what a beautiful face. All right.
Rubbing Justin's face was just disrespectful, but he couldn't.
Thought about it. Like, you know what, bitch? He turned into the Terminator. He looked at him like, you motherfucker. Like, I should gouge your eyes out right now.
This touching.
And he did it in slow motion. He put his whole palm on his face. You could tell that he offended, like, no, you didn't. Like, yes, I did.
The boy.
And he rubbed his hand up his head.
Bieber awkwardly tries to go along with the joke, but James makes it.
He put the other hand. He put both hands on this shit. Like, yeah, so how does it feel? They need to do the D'Angelo video.
How does it feel? Yeah, yeah.
And slow that shit down. Hold on, I'm gonna do it myself. And see how that play together. Look.
This touching.
How does it feel?
Bieber awkwardly tries to go along with the joke, but James makes
How does it feel?
Uh-oh. He about to clean snap on Bieber. Wait a minute, look.
Just do it. Don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber.
People couldn't keep their hands off Justin.
He liked that shit.
He said, don't tease me. Don't tease me, Bieber. I'll turn into a grizzly bear. Like, you think it's funny now, but you won't be laughing, lad.
Who had to get herself a handful as she mouthfully tries to go along with the joke, but James makes it even worse.
Voted to just do it. Don't mess around. Don't tease me, Bieber.
People couldn't keep their hands off Justin, including Katy Perry, who had to get herself a handful as she mouths to the camera, "Sorry, Selena." At the end of this interaction, Justin says, "We can do that forever if you want," which made some people think that he was okay with this behavior. Even David.
Damn. I would have went. He should have followed her ass, yo, because she acting like that.
Can do that forever if you want, which made some people think that he was.
He gave her a once over. He looked back at that ass like, I'll follow that ass through the mall.
Who had to get herself a handful as she mouths to the
She
camera,
bit her lip
"Sorry, Selena."
when she gripped his butt. She a freak.
Mouths to the camera, "Sorry, Selena."
Sorry, Selena, I had to squeeze your man.
At the end of this interaction, Justin says, "We can do that forever if you want," which made some people think that he was okay with this behavior. Even David Letterman put his hands on Justin. During the 2012...
He went down his pants. Like, stop!
Like, you give me that cock.
Interview, David insisted on denouncing Justin's tattoos.
Is that a new tattoo?
This is a new tattoo.
Oh, God, how many do you have?
I have a couple, just a couple.
Well, tell me that's the last one.
It might be.
No, it is. You don't, I mean, honestly.
David decided,
like, you're gonna turn into a black guy. You don't want to do that. Look at all these tattoos, he's thugging and shit. I've seen you snuff that, man.
To treat Justin like his son's troubled friend looking for guidance, even though it was never asked for. Funny thing is, Justin ended up doing exactly what David told him not.
Fuck David, he reached for my cock. He got a whole bunch of tests like, this is for you, David, all of these.
He got a bear on his chest, like, and he got a lion on his chest. He's angry. You could tell by his tattoos, he's pissed off. Like, do not try Bieber. Ain't no telling how many bodies is buried.
Not to do. But Letterman took it too far when he put his hands on Justin.
You know, I got Believe.
Get that off. He pitched this, he tried to snatch off the tattoo.
Hey.
Although this one wasn't explicit in nature, it was still totally uncalled for. David would later apologize for his behavior, but it's odd to see how many people were so willing to put their hands on the boy. Luckily, he was able to prevent Leah Remini from getting her hands on him during this interview on The Talk. Justin had to shout no 5 times before she would stop, but that's not all. Earlier in this segment, she was forcing him to answer a really strange would you rather question.
Would you rather have to be naked on stage during one full song, or
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your
or drink a cup of blended worms?
She leaned back like he about to get naked or what? Like either the worms or you take them clothes off. She was waiting.
Like, I would rather perform naked.
Like, start the music, get this shit, yeah, come on, take that shit off. Cause I'm gonna get what I came here for today. But why they turn into freaks when they get around Bieber?
Answer Justin Bieber.
For no reason at all.
Answer Justin Bieber. Get naked or nah. You looking like y'all bitches just want my ass. Like, I'm so tired of every time I come around y'all house. Like, you, everybody want my ass.
Put the paper down like, nigga, what you gonna do? She fed up about it. You looking like, damn, another bitch.
Have to be naked on stage during one full song, or drink a cup of blended worms.
What you gonna do?
Answer Justin Bieber.
For no reason at all, Leah insisted on pushing this very sexual question while there are little girls and boys directly behind her in the audience. Justin realized he was trapped because no matter
Bieber, get naked, Bieber.
He felt traumatized. That's like your teacher asking you some shit like that in front of your class. You look around like, well, what am I supposed to do? Get naked, Bieber. Type of freaky shit is this? She's sitting Indian style on the couch like, oh, this is gonna be good. They ain't nothing but a bunch of freaks and weirdos in Hollywood, man.
no matter what he tried to say, she was trying to force the answer she wanted out of him, but he stood his ground and chose to not give in to her manipulation. This wasn't the first time Justin stood his ground when a host got sexual with him. While doing a radio show,
this nigga look like every female in every horror movie in Hollywood. That's why they be messing with him like that.
Not give in to her manipulation. This wasn't the first time.
He looked like all of the white ladies in the horror films that don't want to be messed with. Like, come on, Julie. Like, stop it. Stop. Don't touch me like that. You see my hat. I don't like guys. Is he Ellen's son or something like that? What's his secret, man? Is he Ellen DeGeneres' son or something? Because he a single white female.
Time Justin stood his ground when a host got sexual with him. While doing a radio show called Mojo in the Morning, the host, Shannon Murphy, brought the conversation in a strange direction.
Has your mom given you a sex talk yet? I mean, like,
I really like. I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother.
Yeah.
Like I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really?
A
See, my
little bit.
parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
So why don't you give me the sex talk?
What? Did she say she wanted to talk about sex with that young man? Like if your mother didn't do it, I'm here. I'm right here for you, baby. Let's talk about sex, baby. She said she'll give him the sex talk.
Father.
You want to hear? Oh, really?
A
See, my
little bit.
parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
So why don't you give me the sex talk?
What? She want Bieber to give her the sex talk?
Like, the first thing you're gonna do is drop those panties, and after that, well, I'm gonna have to help you out. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Man, they need to go up there and put this lady in cuffs. And they talk about Diddy. Diddy was the least of his problems.
Yeah. Like I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really?
A
See, my
little bit.
parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
So why don't you give me the sex talk?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
He very clearly stated that he was uncomfortable when the host brought up sex, but the circumstances that built up to this are a bit confusing, because earlier in the conversation, this happened.
Justin, what are you going to be doing after the show tonight?
Well, I thought I was picking you up.
Now, when I was 15 years old, I probably would have said some dumb stuff like that to an older girl, but apparently Justin couldn't keep his hands to himself.
That little kid is like a walking set of hormones. He is.
Wow, got a little too touchy-feely with you?
He wasn't just like patting my butt, he was grabbing my butt, and he kept saying, "Is it inappropriate? Is this inappropriate?"
Oh my God,
And he
how
would grab it harder and go, "Is it?"
You was the main one trying to give him the cookie. He probably figured, hell, you talking all this sex talk. You all on my meat. So was she trying to blackmail him and get him to talk about sex so she could file a sexual harassment claim? And then when he left, she wanted to let everybody know that he was gripping on her butt and all that. Man, get out of here.
Is it inappropriate now? Is it inappropriate now? Hi.
And you ain't smack him and mush him and say, yo, get off. She just let him squeeze them cheeks.
Oh my gosh, he's kissing me. Here, come sit here. Come sit with me right here. Dude, Justin Bieber just like comes up and you just started making out with me. You know that?
Is that not appropriate?
Justin was obviously flirting with Shannon in a juvenile way. Then she said live on air how Justin was touching and kissing her. We can imagine there were definitely some instances where Justin felt like he could probably touch whoever and whatever he wanted, since, well, it was often done to him. But regardless, the 26-year-old shouldn't have brought up the sex conversation on the air. Even men were infatuated with young.
So was she standing by the water cooler? And I hate to be the devil's advocate. I'm going to take her side anyway, But just for the food of thought, was she standing by the water cooler and Bieber just walked up and started squeezing her butt? Like, is this inappropriate? Man, you smack his ass or push him back or whatever the case. She sat there and let him do this.
Young Bieber. L.A. Reid, music executive who signed Justin to his first major record deal, said, "This kid was beautiful, like a woman can be beautiful, and men rarely are. And he turned it on as soon as he stepped into the room."
Wait. Bieber, for the first time back in 2008, when Usher bought the 14-year-old singer to Island Def Jam Records office, Reed's first thought was, that kid was beautiful, like a woman can be beautiful, and men rarely are. And he turned it on as soon as he stepped in the room. Like Bieber came in there sashaying and shit like, yes! L.A. Reid squinting behind his glasses like, is that a little girl? Is that what is that? Usher like, I told you, right? That's it right here. You ain't never seen nothing. This nigga's exotic. He's exotic. Like, yes, Usher. Oh my God. He is beautiful like a woman. And men could rarely look like that. I'm just saying, Usher, that young man, I thought he was a little girl. And he turned it on as soon as he stepped in the room. Like, hello there. Like, ooh, Usher. Like I told you, right? Just that fire. Wait until I take him to Diddy's house. The same way you sent me to Diddy, I'm going to send him to Diddy. Like, that's a good idea. The hell they got going on up there? And you know, Usher looked like the little girl when he was a kid too. You ain't know if Usher was male or female. They thought he was a little Tony Braxton. When he when he first came into the industry, he looked like a little chick. And they did the same thing with Bieber. Hey, it is what it is.
He recalls how Bieber had grown his hair down, almost covering his eyes, and says he could see immediately that Justin's hair would be every bit as important as his songs, his voice, his face, or his presence. Justin
He had his hair over his eyes like Aaliyah. He came in there he was banged out.
Was simply beautiful. He gushes. His superpower was his face. The context of this article makes it seem like Ellie Reed was attracted to the young Bieber, but we don't really know that for sure. He was definitely right about his star power, but how he came to that conclusion just seems a little odd. However, the most deplorable assault was by Jenny McCarthy at the 40th Annual American Music Awards.
She squeezed his ass and kissed his neck. Hey, I wouldn't be mad. Because, you know, everybody, especially back in the day with Jenny McCarthy or whatever, I ain't going to front. And she aged very, very well. I kind of want to Google her right now, but I ain't going to do all that. But he was too young for all that. She went for his neck and squeezed his ass. She was with Dennis Rodman back in the day. He don't look like he was complaining that.
Was by Jenny McCarthy at the 40th Annual American Music Awards.
I know I just said a bunch of stuff because I'm fanning out over Jenny McCarthy or whatever, but it was wrong. She should have never did that. The hell?
Wow! I feel violated right now.
A shocked Justin Bieber couldn't say anything but the truth. I feel violated right now. By this point, this was all too...
He get his Vanilla Ice on, got chicks kissing him all on his neck, squeezing his ass. He a pass around. I guess that's something you got to face. How you start off is how you going to end off. You start off, people passing you around, and word get around, everybody just want a piece. That's like saying, it's free pizza. People going to be looking like free pizza. Like, I ain't eating nothing all day. It's going to be a line of people like, hell, fuck, I'll get me a slice. Like, it's free, it's hot. Like, come on, let's go get it. That's how they treated Bieber, like some free pizza.
All too common for him. The craziest part is that Jenny straight up admitted to her crimes.
I took the opportunity in the window, considering I'll never get to do it again, and kind of molested him. It'd be like cougar rape.
Jenny clearly enjoys the predatory behavior, as she described it as molestation and R-word. She thinks it's cute and quirky and even bragged about it on Twitter after.
See, you can get away with shit when you fine. You know, when you look good, you can get away with anything. Nicki Minaj violated a whole lot of people in her career. But with that booty and them breasts and that pretty smile, wasn't nobody trying to file no lawsuits. When you fine, you can do pretty much anything, especially sexually. People gonna give you a pass. So she like, whatever. You know, I did what I did. It is what it is. If it was Rosie O'Donnell,
Like, yeah, I touched his butt. I kissed him on his lips. Yeah.
they would be looking at her all types of crazy. But Jenny, let me quit talking about this woman. What about Paris Hilton? Oh, Perez Hilton. Okay. Said my Thanksgiving describing to my nieces over and over again what Justin Bieber tastes like.
Like, oh my God, it's the sweetest bubble gum. Have you ever had Bubblicious? Wait, let me get my purse.
Now, this is what Bieber tastes. Them girls wanted to know what Bieber tastes like. The whole family trying to slob him down.
After. Now, if this all happened while the cameras were on, could you imagine what happened while the cameras were off? Just like many child stars, Justin turned to drugs. Every teenager experiments, but he was trying to cope and escape, which led to behavior that left a permanent stain on his reputation. For all the people that hated Justin, he was about to give them a stronger reason. And for all the people with unrealistic expectations, they were about to be crushed. His first controversy began in 2013 when TMZ leaked photos of him holding what appeared to be a blunt. Although Justin faced no charges for the incident, this was our first clue that Bieber was beginning to shed his wholesome image. Things took a turn for the worse later that same year. While on the European leg of his Believe tour, Justin stopped in England just in time for his 19th birthday. Later that day, Bieber tweeted, "Big night ahead." anticipating his birthday celebration. He and his entourage had planned a $8,000 birthday bash, booking tables at the Cirque des Soirs Club in Soho. Unfortunately, the celebration didn't meet expectations after members of Justin's entourage were denied entry into the club because a few of the members of Bieber's party were under the suitable age of 18. Justin tweeted, "Worst birthday," complimented with a message to his Instagram account, voicing his side of the story. "I love how the club wanted to give the press another reason why we didn't stay at their weak-ass club, so they wouldn't look bad for me walking in and right back out." People thought Justin felt entitled to come into another country and break the rules because he was a star. From there, he allegedly showed up 2 hours late for his debut show at the O2 Arena after throwing a massive tantrum. Several backstage sources claim Bieber was in a bad mood after waking up late because of a night out and proceeded to lock himself in his dressing room to play computer games. The crowd reportedly began booing at about 9:30 p.m., almost an hour before Justin ultimately hit the stage. If the week couldn't get any worse, Justin lashed out at a photographer.
He said, "I just don't feel like it, man. Like, I'm sick of this, man, them people. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. Like, I'm just tired of it." He started to hate his career, you know, and that's messed up when you got fans out there. They waiting, they came to see you, and he being a brat about it. Come on now.
Photographer outside his London hotel after the man called him a f***ing little moron.
What'd you say? You heard what? What'd you say? You heard what? Beat the f*** out of you. Lose your fuck who you are. Lose your fuck who you are. Come back, you prick. Come back, you prick. Back. All right?
He said, "Boy."
What are you doing?
I just love the irony of this situation. The photographer tries to get a rise out of Justin, then Justin responds with threats, then the photographer gets really mad at Justin for getting mad at him, and the guy also taking a video of the situation gets upset when someone starts filming him. It's ridiculous. He responded on Twitter by saying he had a rough morning and that he let his emotions get the best of him. But this incident started his lifelong beef with the paparazzi. In June of 2013, Justin and his entourage were involved in an altercation with a photographer outside the Hit Factory studio in Miami. The entire exchange was caught on tape. Later that same day, Justin was skateboarding outside the Hit Factory when another photographer began snapping photos of him. Bieber's bodyguards allegedly rushed the photographer, and one started choking him. The photographer claimed that he grabbed his camera and removed the memory cards. It seemed like every few months there was another controversy, just slowly chipping away at his reputation. Like when he peed in a cleaning bucket while partying. Justin and his friends left a nightclub through the restaurant's back entrance before stopping to release.
And homie just posted up staring at his meat. Like, that is it, pal. Like, just let it flow. This man is standing there trying to hide his boner. Look at his leg. He's trying to hide that hardened wood. Like, that's it, lad. Let it pour. Let it pour.
Justin and his friends left a nightclub through the restaurant's back entrance before stopping to relieve himself in the kitchen. More specifically, in the bucket that is filled with water to clean the floors. This is just another inconsiderate drunk teenager doing what a million others have done before, but Justin should know better. Then while passing through China during the Asia leg of his
Like the hell, everybody done seen my cock by now. I don't give a damn. You want to see it? Come on, let's just get this out.
his believed tour, a picture was posted of him being carried up the stairs, which caused people on the internet to label him as a diva. His controversies were definitely minor in the beginning. He was being heavily criticized, attacked in blogs and by TMZ for the situations that were pretty small, but the controversies just never stopped. The coverage got more detailed, and the reactions just got worse.
He put them people to work. He said, "I pay y'all all this money. Y'all sitting around eating and shit. Y'all banging girls." He begging for security. He getting hemmed up by some thugs. They took his chain, took his Rolex. His security, they in the bathroom, in the porta potty, banging some slut. Like, from now on, I ain't walking up shit. He seen them stairs. He looked at the bodyguards like, y'all gonna work today. Carry me up these damn stairs.
Controversies were definitely minor in the beginning. He was being heavily criticized, attacked in blogs and by TMZ for the situations that were pretty small, but the controversies just never stopped. The coverage got more detailed, and the reactions just got worse, including the time he caused an entire revolution in Colombia. In November 2013, Justin was undergoing the Latin American section of his Believe tour. While in Bogota, Colombia, Justin snuck out of his hotel to do graffiti in an area where graffiti is banned. He painted a marijuana leaf and the Canadian flag while the police provided him with security. We aren't sure why the police decided to protect him, and the locals were outraged because 2 years prior, a police officer shot and killed an unarmed 16-year-old kid while he was spraying graffiti in an area similar to the one where Justin did his. Rebellion against law enforcement broke out because if Justin Bieber can spray graffiti, so can they. And if the police protected Justin, they should defend graffiti artists instead of harassing and incarcerating them. 300 artists came together and occupied the area where Justin sprayed his graffiti, and over 24 hours painted more than 700 pieces of graffiti. Justin Bieber was the cause for all of this to happen. The poor dude had no idea what he sparked, said one of the young graffiti artists. The rebellious graffiti trend spread like wildfire to other major cities across Colombia, with hundreds of other artists joining the movement. He also had a spitting problem, with multiple reports over the years of him.
Wow, they let Bieber get away with it, no problem. Like, sure, you can go and spread it down, it doesn't matter. Look out for you, okay? Nobody coming, okay? Bieber do his thing. Do your thing, Bieber. When they heard about that and seeing how they did Bieber and how they do their own people, like, man, they went down there the next morning like, all right, that's what we doing. We all gonna be spray painting out this bitch. Bieber ain't even know what he done sparked.
Him spitting on people during violent outbursts, including his own fans, who were visiting him outside of his hotel in Toronto where he spat down on them, breaking out into laughter with his buddies. Then he took a photo of his view, which was posted on Instagram sporting a caption about how he has the best fans in the world. In 2014,
he spit on them bitches! Like, yes, right here. Ah! They probably caught it with their mouth. Like, babe, what was that? Get over it. You're just jealous. You're jealous because it's Bieber. So why I caught it spit in my mouth? Come here, give me a kiss. Look, I love you. I love you. This is business. It's not a regular man. It's Justin Bieber. They probably flipped their shirt up and caught it with their chest. Guys, I get the air. They caught his spit and rubbed it in. He spit in my face, and they was there. If that ain't disrespect, I don't know what it is. And his ticket sales probably was bad. Like, y'all want to show up for free at the hotel, but none of you hoes went out there and bought a ticket. And they was loving it.
2014, he spat in his neighbor's face after a heated argument, which started by Justin driving his Ferrari at over 100 miles per hour down the road. When his neighbor confronted him at the front doorstep, Justin told him to get the F out of here before spitting.
So what was that? I was walking my dog. You almost hit Scruffy, you asshole. Get the fuck out of here.
Spitting in Jeff's face and saying, "I'm gonna effing kill you." A year later, he had another altercation with the same neighbor, which resulted in Justin throwing 24 eggs at his neighbor's house.
Hey, fuck you, asshole. I got another one for you, actually. Yeah, come right over here, you motherfucker. Call the cops.
Months later, Justin pleaded no contest to 1 count of misdemeanor vandalism for the incident. In exchange for the plea, he was ordered to pay $80,000 in restitution and to stay away from his former neighbor and the neighbor's family.
$80,000 for 2 dozens of eggs. You don't turn the suburbs. That ain't even the suburbs. That's better than the suburbs. He don't turn it to the ghetto.
For 2 years. By this point, Justin kind of proved he was a privileged boy with an attitude problem, but this last controversy would send him spiraling down. In June of 2014, a video emerged of the 15-year-old Justin telling racist jokes about black people, using the N-word multiple times. As the video went viral, Justin issued an apology, stating, "I thought it was okay to repeat hurtful words and jokes, but I didn't realize at the time that it wasn't funny and that, in fact, my actions were continuing the ignorance." Some people gave him the benefit of the doubt, that he was young and dumb, but then a second video showing a 15-year-old Justin circulated. Similar to the first, he sang his own song, "One Less Lonely Girl," replacing the lyrics with "One Less Lonely" and using the hard R, stating that if he were to kill one, he would be part of the KKK. He apologized again a day later and was released, stating, "Facing my mistakes from years ago has been one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with, but I feel I need to take responsibility for those mistakes and not let them linger. At the end of the day, I just need to step up and own what I did. Once again, I'm sorry for all of those I've let down and offended." I don't think I really need to explain why people were absolutely outraged with this. And for a lot of people, once they saw these videos, their mind was made up about Justin Bieber, and they're never.
Yo, I'm floored, man. the black community done took him in, gave him swag. And he don't care, man. I'm just sapped. I done watched all of this stuff to come to the conclusion that he just was. Yo, that really broke my heart right there, man. I thought he was one of us, man. I thought he was for the people. Thought he was black. He got a black card, man. He partied with Diddy. Usher, L.A. Reid brought him into the game. How could you say something like that? Come on, man. I'm floored, y'all. I can't even do it no more, man. I'm going to finish the video, but I ain't got the strength to really do no more commentary because that took me out the game right there, man.
And they're never going to change their mind. And I can't blame them for that. Justin dragged his reputation to an all-time low. He was stamped as just another child star gone mad. After a drunk driving incident in Miami, he was never the same. Justin was seen at SET nightclub in Miami Beach, Florida. He left the venue driving a yellow Lamborghini before police spotted him in a residential neighborhood. Bieber's entourage allegedly blocked the street so he could drag race singer Khalil, who was driving a red Ferrari. Authorities initially conducted a traffic stop for drag racing, but arrested Justin once they realized he was intoxicated. He was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence.
So the police was willing to play because it was because it was Bieber. They was like, okay, well, you know, we could do a little work for Bieber, get a drag race on, take a couple of selfies. And he was drunk. He could have killed somebody out there.
Driving with an over 6-month expired license and resisting arrest without violence. His mugshot depicting him smiling was concerning to fans. Police claim Bieber told authorities he consumed alcohol, smoked marijuana, and took prescription drugs. He and Khalil were locked up in a jail cell for 10 hours. Justin was later released from these charges on a $2,500 bond. A toxicology report revealed that Bieber had THC and Xanax in his system at the time of his arrest. Following Bieber's arrest on the DUI charge, more than 270,000 people petitioned the White House seeking to have him deported from the United States. Although the number of signatures received was sufficient to require a response under published White House guidelines, the Obama administration didn't take the petition seriously.
Damn, Obama ain't did shit right. He could have knocked the ball out the park and deported Bieber for his actions and been a boss about it. He had the signatures, 270,000 Americans, and he couldn't do shit, man. What good was he? He didn't do, all he had to do was deport Bieber. People ain't want him around. He was drunk, high, and off of pills when they arrested him. 270,000 signatures to get one man deported or penalized or something. Oh, man.
States. Although the number of signatures received was sufficient to require a response under published White House guidelines, the Obama administration didn't take the petition seriously. But it turns out behind the scenes, Justin had a much worse drug problem than people realized.
It was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything. And it was just an escape for me. I was just young.
Justin's drug abuse got so bad, he was even caught in the most dangerous areas of Los Angeles buying drugs.
Hood, homie. MS gang. Nice seeing you, bro. Have a good one. I just saw Bieber. I just seen Bieber. Leave it to Bieber. That's crazy.
His addiction.
Like, I sold him a sack. Like, I can't believe I just served Justin Bieber. The world is sick. People are insane. This drug shit is crazy. Man, he gonna be on Skid Row.
Got so bad, he was willing to put his own life at risk. Justin says his substance use was normal in the beginning, but gradually became a problem to escape from the pressure of being this pop star. And although many people look at that as suffering from success, the level of expectation he needs to meet is unattainable. Surely a lot of his controversies were deplorable, but the ones that were minor were treated just as bad. That likely led to him giving up on his health, his body, and lashing out since they were going to criticize him anyways. He couldn't go out on a bad note though. So he made one last push after teaming up with Skrillex to produce a number of different sounds. Where Are You Now? Then What Do You Mean? Which was his first #1 hit single. Sorry, which kind of doubled as his apology to the world for his behavior. Love Yourself. And plenty of other radio hits to help him release his most successful album of all time, Purpose. It's hard for his opposition to feel bad for him when in the end, all of his antics will just help him sell more records.
Yo, that's big. To sell over 1 million copies in 2021 when people don't even buy music like that. And after all of that, he came out with his greatest success. So hey, man, that's a major accomplishment. I wonder how many black people bought that album since he said what he said. But you figure we popped the N-word more than anybody. And that shit he said with the lawnmower, I seen plenty of black people laugh about that. They thought it was cute. Aunties, cousins, they played that thing over and over with Bieber talking about the lawnmower. When you get it cranked up, like, black people thought that was the cutest thing ever. I know it's disturbing and everything, but I'm just being honest.
No matter what he does, it will be seen as the wrong step. It's quite literally as the child star curse, because nothing you do will ever compare to how you were introduced to the world as a perfect, innocent child. And with that, he finally stepped out of the spotlight, and when he returned, you could see how bad things really got. First of all, his music got worse. Yummy was terrible. But more importantly, in the press runs that led up to this, you can see Justin physically suffering. His anxiety was so bad to the point where he was constantly fidgeting, slumping over, not looking at people.
What that does to a person's brain at such a young age or any age, when you're surrounded by that kind of noise and excitement for so long. I mean, did you realize that was, I mean, looking back on it, what it was doing to you?
Perhaps the most
Yeah, I suffer from that, man. Anxiety bad like a mother, man. It's terrible. I know what that be like. Get around people and just don't want to be bothered like that. And you just, be irritable. Maybe because I'm a Cancer or whatever the case is. But yeah, that struck a nerve with me. Anxiety is real.
Most profound moment was during his Zane Lowe interview when he asked Justin about Billie Eilish, since Billie in 2020 was the 18-year-old pop star who was thrown into the industry very similar to Bieber. Justin felt like he wanted to protect her.
Yeah, so, yeah. I just want to protect her, I don't want her to lose it. I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. So, yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Just the mere thought of Billie enduring what Justin had to endure brought him to tears, and recalling those dark moments in his life made fans realize that this was not fake. This young man was likely abused by this industry. Justin's antics have slowed down considerably. He is 29, has a child and a wife he's fully focused on. Does he still have an entitled pop star attitude at times? Absolutely. Does he still have beef with the paparazzi? You bet. Some of you will never see Bieber as anything but a privileged boy who didn't have to put in much hard work to see the heights of the music industry. But even the best...
Yo, y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Bieber barely escaped, barely survived the music industry. He's stuck. He's so famous he can't live a normal life. He lived like a rock star, but all that we seen on the cameras, all that we heard on the radio, that's one thing. But the stuff we didn't see, the stuff we didn't hear, the stuff we don't know, will he take it to his grave? Will he write a book in the future? Y'all let me know if y'all would be interested in reading the Justin Bieber book. Yo, I got so much love for y'all. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and I'm gonna holler at y'all on my next video, baby.